Prime Time on PSP Network is proudly brought to you by AE Construction Management. AE Construction Management and General Contracting. They build more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction in North Dakota. They build with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project safe and on time. Build better with AECM. Call Tim today at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com. Primetime is also brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure and Spas, etc. It is time to bring a spa to your home. Locations in Minot and Bismarck with a massive inventory and a next-level sales team. They can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. Prime Time on PSP Network brought to you by AE Construction Management, Magic City Home Leisure, and Spas, etc.
Big reach of Lily Bell.
Spas, etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing.
Now Lily's going to end up with the basketball.
$5,000 off on all spas and.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Hey, there you are. Sorry, a little technical difficulty, but welcome back into our humble abode that is the PSP Mothership. I'm DALYSS Hanson. He's Bryce Gutnick, Owen Patterson. Bryce, we have made it. The madness is upon us. How are we feeling, BG?
It's good. Owen and I have had a fun week. We've been over at the Minot Odd, and I think we were spoiled. We've had some of the best region games over there in Class B, Region 3 girls. It's been terrific, and we still got one more night. It's going to be a loaded schedule there tomorrow.
Yeah, it has been a fun part of the year. Let's talk to the professor now, and we're not going to go through rankings this time. We're going to have a little bracketology from OP, the professor.
Yeah, Dallas, the regular season is over. The rankings don't matter anymore. It is just survive and advance. Let's take a look at the bracket, starting with the WDA Boys Tournament. Regular season ended yesterday. It's all final now. BHS, your regular season champions. They split the season series with Century, but they end up 2 games ahead of the Patriots in the regular season standings. Why? Century, a team that had lost 1 game in the last calendar year, has lost 3 in the last 3 weeks to close out the campaign. Can they get it right before tournament time, which is fast upon us? The play-in games are also set. Minot North will host Jamestown on Friday. What a game that was out in Williston yesterday. Minot North, they lead in the first half. Williston grows their own lead in the second. They have chances to put away the game at the free throw line. They miss. Braden Blickery makes them pay. A buzzer beater to tie it, send it to overtime, and Minot North wins it in the extra period over Williston. Coyotes still have a chance. They will go to St. Mary's in the play-in round. But look at those matchups that we do know in the quarterfinals. 4 versus 5. Just like the matchup you had last night, Dallas. Legacy versus a red-hot Minot High Magi team. And then Dickinson-Mandan. If anybody remembers how the last time they played went, Mandan had a 16-point lead, and it went away against Dickinson as the Mavericks had to come from behind win. Sets up for a pretty nice quarterfinal round on the boys' side.
Ooh, that's going to be so much fun.
And on the girls' side, Minot High, again, the regular season champions for the 3rd year in a row. Just about ran the table, except for that 1 loss to Mandan, who is the number 2 seed in this year's tournament. How about the big surprise, maybe, though, is who's hosting that play-in game?
Yes.
Williston, the number 7 seed. A lot of high expectations. They're going to have to win an extra game to get into the field, and that's a tough draw in the quarterfinals. The Mandan Braves, they will have to play Dickinson in the play-in round. Meanwhile, Minot North, they got another one at home. They're going to host St. Mary's. I think, in fact, that one's in Bismarck, though. So the St. Mary's Saints going to host Minot North. Last time they played, Mateo Messer nearly went for 50. How about the other quarterfinals we know? Century against Legacy. That one, I think Legacy might be the best 6th seed of all time. They are a talented group. If they stay healthy, that's the thing for the Sabres this season. And in the 4 versus 5 matchup, Bismarck and Jamestown, have they exceeded expectations this year? I think in a lot of people's mind, the answer is yes. They will battle for a chance to play what could be Minot High in that semifinal round. That's all I got from the brackets and rankings this week.
Okay, perfect. All right, no, that's perfect. I mean, when I look at this boys bracket, a couple things come to mind. Obviously, we saw Legacy and Minot High play last night. But Legacy's playing such great team basketball. Minot High only had Oakley Trueblood, who's their star. Didn't shoot that much. He was kind of out-physicaled. But now it's tough to beat a good team 3 times in a row, and that's something Legacy's going to try to do. Not taking anything away from them, but it's just going to be a fantastic. It's the 4 versus 5 game. They're always the best.
Absolutely, yeah. We saw the final results rolling in at the odd yesterday, and that's the first thing Bryce said. Can you beat them 3 times? I think Legacy has what it takes to do that, but Minot High, you can't deny the fact that that win against Century has propelled them into a late season run, even despite the Legacy loss.
Hey, great job. Fantastic. As always, Professor. As always.
Polls to brackets.
Polls to brackets, baby. Minot State style. All right. BG's top 5. What is this week about?
So I got invited to come to the WDA hockey tournament. I spent the weekend with the crew down in the capital city, VFW Center. Top 5 things I witnessed at the WDA hockey tournament. Hit me with the list, Mr. Holberg. We're going to start with Luke Richardson, the shutout, 2-0 in the championship game versus the Sabres. Oh, let's just wait 1 second. He gave up 2 goals all tournament. Minot United goes back-to-back. Dieter's lettuce, that's Owen Dieter. He's a goalie for Bismarck High. Only thing better than his play in the net is his hair. I mean, that was fantastic. The throw on him. Owen Dieter, I am jealous. Ham Sammy's, the ham sandwiches. I'm telling you, hospitality room, the fluffy buns, you combine the tangy mustard with the ham, the one bite, the little slider buns. You had to be there, guys. Sorry. Garley, the great Garley, hat trick.
Wow.
Overtime winner to send your team to a WDA title. I mean, it was a special moment. I know the Sabres fell in that championship game, but they were terrific in that tournament. And then Jamestown. Jamestown loses their first matchup in overtime, a tough one, just a gritty team. I talked to their coach, Coach Stillwell. He's trying to explain to me they practice 1 hour a day. That's all they're allowed to do. They lose their best player, Rolfsma, to an injury, and they still qualify, get 2 wins, go to the state tournament.
Wow.
I'm going to go every year now.
All right. That was just...
I had a great time.
By the way, I need to talk to which one of the Richardson boys when they were out here said, Canada's going to win gold. Canada's going to win gold. And I was like, whoa, what about America? Like,
I think Cole is the one who was thinking Canada.
Cole?
I interviewed Luke, and he told me USA was going to win 2-1.
He called it. All right.
After a shutout.
I
mean, geez.
All right, now it's time to move on to DALYSS Dimes. You ready, Bryce?
Ready.
Professor, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Breathe. And away we go. Welcome to DALYSS Dimes. We usually do plays on this segment. We have to talk about the game of the year because it was a total dime. So let's travel to Carl Gard Gymnasium where Gibson Kinnebrew, give me all that. He kicks it off with a contested layup. Century up 26-22 when Kinnebrew kicks out to Aldinger for a 3. Just what Century needed. Now hold the phone as halftime is about to go in that break. Oh my heavens, it's Weston Scott with the shooter's roll. 29-25 going on the break, Century up. When you need a bucket and you're in despair, who are you gonna call? Kalik Austin! Watch the hustle here. Give me that. Top of the key, all for me. Bingo was his name-o. On the other side, it's going to be Garrett Swishley Nisley with the and 1-3. He completed the 4-point play, which made it 60-62, 108 left. Grant the St. Music, Bieber with the hustle play here with BHS up by 4. Nisley on the other way, trying to put the cape on for the Century comeback. And he nails the fadeaway J. It's getting tight at Carl Gard. The Demons hit some big free throws down the way to make it 66-62. So with 18 seconds left, standing room only, it would be up to Century High School. Could they do it? It's Joey Kralik. He's going to end up with the basketball here. Going to put up a shot. It's missed. The rebound goes to Gibby Kinnebrew. Gibby, where are you? Oh, he usually makes that. Oh no, he missed it. So it will be Bismarck High. They get the big win at home and they are your West Region champions. Congratulations to all the Demons. Let's travel up to the Dome now where the magic of the touch pass is alive and well. 3 rows and 1 basketball. Oh my goodness. This one is one of my favorite plays of all year. It's Riley Rutledge. She brings it down, says, peace. Rutledge, don't do it to him, don't. Oh, she's going to. Bingo on the 3-0. How about the great plays from Legacy lately? Mackay, the Airness, Berryhill. Watch this one. Shunk! I didn't even see that one coming. Me and Tolomir on the call could not believe it. One more time. Berryhill, the Airman. Ooh, oh my goodness. I like dogs, Bryce. I really do. And Legacy has a bulldog in this kid named Cooper Johnson. Watch this. He gets the steal here, and then he says, I want to see a Ruba dunk. Watch this dunk. Thunk! Look at the rim shake. It made the earthquake shake as well. One more time, and that was this week's DALYSS Dimes. But hold the phone, we got a best one here. It's going to be Allison Volk, who had a season-ending knee injury in December. She gets one shot on senior night to cap her career and nails it. It doesn't even move the net. Fantastic job there by Allison. You love to see it, Bryce. The senior getting on the court one more time and tickles the twine from 19-9. That was this week's DALYSS Dimes. We got one more, though, don't we, BG?
Going to a little bonus. Here it is. These are the Weidler boys, the sons of Amanda and Matt Weidler. Here's Hudson, number 18. He shoots it. How about his cousin, number 43? That's Kaysen. He finds Coulter Weidler underneath. Then we're going to get into the next one. Here's Hudson again. How about another rebound by his cousin? Right back to Hudson using the window. And here he is in transition. I love this. Look at this. Another one. I mean, talk about the fundamentals off the glass. And here is Coulter Hudson using the glass. Telling you, Coach Sandro, you're going to have to stick around a while. You can't leave anytime soon. You got some talent coming up. And I know what Dad's thinking, Matt Weidler's thinking. He's thinking, I got a future running back. I got a future wide receiver in that mix as well. Yeah, pretty cool stuff from their last couple games at Y-League. So
nice touch.
A lot of family love
like
there.
Yeah, get that hard count going, Coach Weiler. Let's go. All right, our first two guests are up tonight. It's Issac Strandlien and Jack Passa. Stick with us here on PSP Primetime.
Big reach of Lily Bell.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing.
Now Lily's going to end up with the basketball.
$5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outside.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Hey, there you are. Welcome back in. Look at these jerseys that Coach Bosch and the boys
Yeah,
from
look
Bishop
at
brought.
this.
They brought them out, getting some Los Angeles Laker vibes off this one. That one's really unique too. Oh, even washed them? How about that?
Diet starts tomorrow to get into that bad boy.
We got our two guests with us, Issac Strandlien and Jack Passa. Fellas, welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jack, let's start off with you. How has this season went for you, and how do you feel going into the playoffs?
I feel pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how my teammates have picked up roles of leadership of losing guys like Ramsey Walls and Jed Lundeen. And yeah.
Isaac, same question for you.
I'd say it's pretty good. I had to pick up a big role because, we lost the seniors last year. So I'd say I feel pretty good, and I think I'm confident with my teammates too.
Cool.
I always bring it up. What's your biggest memory of last year? I know we're in the now. I get it. But, what you guys did, I was hoping you brought the rings. I
need the rings.
I was hoping all 3 of them did, because I was thinking about putting 3 on one hand and just going like Tom Brady, like Belichick style. But what was your biggest memory of last year? I know you win the state title, but just everything you guys went through. I mean, it was a run.
My favorite memory is the game-winning or the game-sealing steal against our Redeemers.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah. That was electric.
Other than storming the core after winning the state, I'd probably say district championship game, because that was probably my biggest game of the year. And
yeah. So I'll ask both of you. So Jack, I'll start with you. What area do you think you've improved the most this year in your game?
Really on-ball offense. I feel like I've definitely been able to score more, and even rebounding too. I've been crashing the boards a lot more.
Yeah, sure.
I would say down low for sure. Just like anywhere around the rim, I feel like I can score and finish.
So this postseason, last year you guys really, both of you elevated what you did in the postseason a lot. The games, what's it going to take more this year? What more is it going to take for you guys to what more do you have to do for your guys to be successful in the postseason?
Well, we just trust in our guys and trust our offense. We trust each other, though. We'll make shots and
box out.
Box out. Coach Bosch
smiling.
smiling.
Bosch is smiling, laughing over there. He's like, yeah. Each of you again. Jack, who's the toughest player you've defended this year?
Probably bi-weekly.
Okay. I get it.
It's always a fun one.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. Yeah.
I gotta say Noah Schmidt or Ty Barman. Pretty.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ray,
yeah. What really? I mean, Ray's a good team. Anything really stand out? What they did in that game?
A really quick team. I mean, if you don't get back on defense, they'll just run you out the court, really. So, yeah.
Don't box out. They'll get rebounds and get second chance opportunities. So,
I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but hypothetically, if it's you guys and our Redeemers, let's say again, what do you got to improve on to try and knock off a team of that caliber? What has to go different from that first matchup?
We just gotta control what we control and limit our turnovers and play as a team.
Yep.
I'd say 5-on-5 defense. You know, guard every guy. Don't just focus on 2 guys. Guard everyone.
I know we're not ready for this. I'm not saying Bosch basketball's over, but you play baseball. How's the Bishop Bryan baseball squad looking this year?
It should be pretty good. We got some younger guys that I believe can step up and fill the roles of our 8 seniors that we lost last year. So,
any college plans in place for you already at all, Jack, or anything you're looking at?
Planning on going to BSc.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to study yet, but
You don't need to know yet.
Yeah.
You figure it out.
Yeah, you will.
yeah.
How about for you, Isaac? Are you is the recruiting process? I mean, you're starting to get a little more involved in that. How's that going?
It's going pretty good. You know, I don't got nothing yet, but you know that comes with time. So I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you're listening,
got a good player here. Yeah, 2 great
Jack's
ones.
a lefty hitter. If you're looking for someone to play infield and outfield. If you need someone to shoot the threes, improving his post game, come recruit these 2 guys.
Yeah, 1000%.
That's good.
I got one last question.
Oh boy.
What does it feel to you guys when you put on this jersey? Let's talk about that. Go ahead.
I would say it's a privilege, you know, because it's like behind that it's like a lot of hard work and you know a lot of stuff goes into it at practice and you know in games. It's like you just put all that together from practice and it's just a privilege.
Go ahead.
It is a privilege to be able to come out here every day and play. And
Well, it's a privilege for you to talk to you too, and we wish you the best luck from here at PSP. Good luck the rest of the way. Bryce, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
You get to do their game. You get to. We'll be at the opener of District 6. You're going to be there.
I'll be ready.
You get to do the game. I gotta sit and wait to do the later ones, but I'll be watching. So
it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you join us on PSP Plus. We'll be right back after this break.
Prime Time on PSP Network is proudly brought to you by AE Construction Management. AE Construction Management and General Contracting. They build more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction in North Dakota. They build with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project safe and on time. Build better with AECM. Call Tim today at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com. Primetime is also brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure and Spas, etc. It is time to bring a spa to your home. Locations in Minot and Bismarck with a massive inventory and a next-level sales team. They can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. Prime Time on PSP Network brought to you by AE Construction Management, Magic City Home Leisure, and Spas, etc.
Special guest here tonight is the head boys basketball coach of Bishop Bryan, Brody Bosch. Coach Bosch, welcome in, man.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you again. And after all the success last year, winning the state title, the whole town celebrated. Bishop Bryan basketball is back. Now you've had an off season and the whole season now. What has the transition been like from winning that state championship to now getting ready for this year, making another run?
Oh, it's kind of like a balancing act you kind of got to do. You got to be proud of that, but you also have to get over it pretty quick. I've been talking to the guys the past few days about kind of the lion on the hill is not as hungry as the lion climbing it. So we got to get back to climbing that hill, trying to stay hungry.
That's good stuff.
And try to go do it again.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to steal
Let's
that.
go.
I'm going to write that down.
That's awesome.
That was great. First question, do you ever just wish you were in a different district? Like, honestly.
Always
you guys
thought.
are like, I mean, we get spoiled. This is in our backyard. We got our Redeemers. We got Ryan. We got, what Sage Hanson's been doing at TGU. We've got Mohall coming along. And it's like, do you ever just say, man, can we maybe just sneak over here, or like, can we maybe go play A or something, or?
Yeah. I mean, in the back of your head, sometimes it might be like that, but then at the same time, you want to play the best teams.
Correct.
You know, whether it's in the district or the region, or if you have to go across state. But I mean, at the same time, it's pretty nice that they're all right here. That some of the top teams, even, you know, everyone thought last year was an anomaly, but you see this year again, we still
do it
have.
again. I mean, it's
still tough. So yeah, but I think it's a blast.
For people who haven't really seen a lot of Bishop Bryan play this year, like, who are some of the new contributors? Because you guys had to replace. You know, I mean, you had to replace it. You start with Jet Lundin, you start with Walls. I mean, we know our guests. We know Strandlien and Passa have been in the lineup. Hay's been there, but who are some of the new contributors on the team that have stepped up this season?
I think our two bigs, Justice Lundin and Cohen Schneider, have really stepped up, especially in practice. They're pretty young and pretty green, didn't have much playing time last year, but they also got to practice against Ramsey a lot. They've stepped up. You know, these two guys have kind of changed how they play the game, more aggressive. Same with Hayden Say. And then Peyton Say has been huge for us this year.
Really good.
We moved him to the point guard and put Hayden off ball a little bit, kind of play with that lineup, and that's been big. And then his rebounding, especially offensively, has been huge for us. So I think the whole team has kind of stepped up a lot this year.
I asked these two, but you had a tough game against Ray. We know what Ray's bringing to the table. What really stood out to you about Ray and in your matchup?
I mean, yeah, like they said, their speed, but they capitalize on mistakes really well. You know, we did a great job on Bergstrom, but those other guys, like, you can stop one guy, but they got four others that are gonna punish you if you make mistakes. And then, you know, we had a couple guys go down, and after that they went on a big run. You can't get down against them because it's very hard to climb back. But yeah, they're a fun team to play. They're a fun team to watch, and if we see them again, it'll be another fun game.
I always watch, and if I don't get to watch you guys, I always kind of look in the box score, and we know it's a Bishop Bryan style game is kind of grind you out, 40 to 50s kind of some games. Then I look at the box score against Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood. Would you score 78? I mean, what was working in Mulhall? I mean, I know you want to. I think a typical game that you want to grind out, you want to kind of eliminate possessions, just long possessions. But what about that Mulhall game?
Yeah, we do, but at the same time, when you get open looks, I want my guys to be confident and let it fly. But our ball movement that game and off-ball movement was probably the best of the year so far. We were getting to the paint, getting on two, kicking. Guys were confident shooting. Everything was just really going well team-wise that night.
District tournament this year, what do we got to know? I mean, we've talked about it some, but I mean, it's still just last year. I don't know if it could be top, but I mean, what last year was, we talk a lot about it. But what about this year?
I think it's going to be pretty similar to last year. I don't think there's a team that you can overlook. You know, everybody, as a coach, you don't want it to be this way, but everybody elevates their game a little bit come tourney time. And yeah, some teams will put in some new stuff, some different defensive looks they might have, or some tweaks they might have on their offense that you got to kind of prepare for as much as you can, but also be able to adjust. So yeah, I don't think there's any sleepers, and it's going to be another fun one.
You got any golf trips planned for when the season's done?
I have not looked past tomorrow.
Well, maybe we could play.
Yeah.
We'll take you over to Beowulf. You come play with us, and
Down
trust
for
me,
that.
you could give I know Dallas is going to need more pointers than I do, but you can give me a few too. That'd be great. Last question. What's the main focus for the postseason? What's it going to take for Ryan to get down to Newtown and be in that region tournament and hopefully be competing for a state tournament berth?
Well, it's going to be doing the little things. We got to, this past week we opened up the rug and everything that was swept underneath. We're trying to clean that up, make sure our fundamentals are there. I know they probably think these last couple days have been boring in practice. We're doing a lot of just fundamentals, but I think those are the things that get overlooked and are also the biggest thing in tournament time. So if we can be the best defensive team and rebounding team, and hopefully our offense is there and the ball's moving, I think we'll have a shot to make it to regionals for sure.
Absolutely.
Coach Bosch, thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for the gifts, man. These
Yeah,
are awesome. We're going to hang
thank
these
you
up in
guys.
here. Appreciate that. Well, best of luck to you from everybody here at PSP Network. Can't wait to call that game on Friday. And we'll be back with our last guest of the night. It's head girls basketball coach of South Prairie Max Royals, Cory McCyver.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
AE Construction Management and General Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Special guest tonight, Cory McCyver. Coach McCyver, thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot. I'm glad we could do this after our little snowfall last week.
Snowmageddon, yeah.
That kind of threw a wrench in the works, so I'm happy that I was able to squeeze in and get in tonight. So
we greatly appreciate it. I mean, I got to watch the first round, wasn't there last night, but looking a little bit forward to the championship game. Obviously, it's a big one. Rugby's playing extremely good basketball. They're very well coached with Coach Brossart, but you've got some pieces here. And we saw Riley Rutledge, Bree Rose, and the DALYSS Dimes, but Scotty Beck, who's going to play at Minot State, who we're watching the men's game right now. It's in overtime. But this team that you have seems like you guys are very connected. You know, we see a lot of social media stuff where you guys are taking team photos, but watching you guys on the court, there seems like a special bond there. Care to share more?
It is nice, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that these girls have been playing together for the last 3 years. This starting 5 that we've had have been the starting 5 for the last 2.5 seasons, and so when they're out on the floor together, there's not a whole lot of communication on either end because they're so comfortable playing with each other that they just kind of know where everybody's going to be at. And so you see Riley Rutledge just throw a pass to Abby Mickelson that you just scratch your head sometimes at how do you make that pass a little and how do you see it? And Macy Talbot too, our point guard, does a great job of finding girls. Scotty and Riley like to spot up and they do a really good job of moving the basketball around and then defensively, again, we like to get after some people and use the length to our advantage and just cause some chaos on the defensive end and results in a lot of turnovers and a lot of steals and a lot of transition opportunities for us as well. So we just kind of like to do the simple things well is kind of been the mantra lately. Whatever we're doing well, we're just going to stick doing and knowing that full well tomorrow night we're gonna meet a team in rugby with Coach Brossart, like you said. It's a very successful coach. She has a very successful program. She's been to multiple championship games in regions, won a lot of region titles when they were Class B, and then defending Region 3 champions from last year as well too, knocking us off in the semifinals and Turtle Mountain in the championship game last year. So they're no stranger to being the giant killer, really. So we're going to have to be able to come out tomorrow and play really fundamentally sound basketball and be very unselfish on the offensive end. We're going to have to move the ball around, find the open player, and if somebody's got a hot hand going, we just continue to find them and knowing full well when they start to drop off a little bit, we've got girls there that are going to be able to pick up the slack.
Is there any chance, so give me a percentage, I want a percentage here. Is there any chance you drop your knees? Like, have you seen what Coach Broderick does? And she starts she shakes the dome.
Now, yes.
Is there any chance we see that from Coach McCyver tomorrow? What are the odds?
There is
like 50%.
There is a 0% chance of that
Okay.
happening.
Let me write that down.
And
Zero.
it's due very large in part to a catastrophic knee injury that I suffered 2 summers ago on the 4th of July weekend, trying to show off for my nieces and nephews going off the diving board where I ruptured my patella tendon in midair trying to do a belly flop. So my crouching down and dropping down to my knees, those days are long gone. But I do, even still, I kind of get a little animated at times. So you'll definitely see some emotion and try to keep it in check as much as I can but getting on the floor and slapping, that's
not going to happen.
Those days are long gone.
I wrote down 0. So I wrote down 0. I think something I've talked a lot. I talk about the girls' game a lot. I do when we're on the air. I think it's at an all-time high. I do. Excuse me. So talent across Class A.
Yep.
I mean, can you speak of it a little? I mean, Birchill, Nipstead, you've got Surrey Gord, you've got talented girls at South Prairie. I mean, just talk. I feel like Class A kind of flies under the radar. Not a lot of familiarity sometimes with Class A. Talk about the league as a whole.
I think it just has a lot to do with just the discrepancy in size of schools that we have. I mean, we've got some bigger schools like Valley City, Devils Lake, Turtle Mountain, and then we've got we're one of the enrollment-wise we're one of the smaller schools that have a pretty good program. But like you said, there's teams all over our division that are really good. I mean, we were just talking about before we went on the air, and we even talked about it last night. Valley City losing in the semifinal in Region 1, very good team. They're going to meet up with a really good Wahpeton team in 3rd place, and one of those 2 teams is going to be going home for the year. And then when you look at cross bracketing, you're going to have the winner of that game is going to take on the loser of the championship game from Region 2 between Carrington and Thompson. So there's we talked about it at school today with Brian Kramer, our athletic director. There's going to be some pretty good A teams that are going to be going home and watching the state tournament on TV. So that just shows that there's a lot of parity in our division, which is good. There's a lot of competition, and it also ensures the fact that we're going to have the 8 best teams heading to Jamestown next weekend for the state tournament.
I got this brought to my attention, and I thought you'd be a good one to ask about. Okay, so there's a proposal that's going to be out towards the North Dakota High School Activities Association. It's a 3-year strategic recovery plan, and the subject is basically seasonal realignment to address retention of athletes and health. So they're basically saying, proposing breaks. Volleyball. I mean, you dealt with this.
Yep.
You have volleyball that goes right into basketball.
Yep.
I mean, talk about some of the challenges. Would you be pro? If it means shortening the season, if it means kind of switching some things up. I know you haven't got to look at this.
I actually have.
Perfect.
Jen Brossard from rugby emailed out, and Mike Zimmer at Kimmer was the one that kind of spearheaded this, and so I got a chance to take a look at that, and personally speaking, and I know I'm all for this idea. I think it's a great idea for us to have a break for those girls that they start volleyball practice the beginning of August, or 2nd week in August, and their state tournament goes that first week we start practice. You alluded to it that we kind of had first-hand experience. That first week of practice, we started November 17th. That was the week of the volleyball state tournament. I had 8 girls that were on the varsity volleyball roster that I didn't see that first week of practice. And you're talking Scotty Beck, Abby Mickelson, those kind of girls.
They're pivotal pieces.
Yeah. And then they come back, and then of course we had some girls that got on the bus, and they were part of our drama group that qualified for the state drama meet in Jamestown that Monday and Tuesday of Thanksgiving. So I didn't have my full slot of girls and the full roster until the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and not, you know, we don't, looking back, we can kind of say, hey, you know, maybe that had something to do with our, you know, dropping that opener to Carrington, albeit Carrington's a very good team. They're well coached. We knew that was going to be a really good game for us, and so we look back and the idea of starting, you know, moving the volleyball up a week, giving those girls a chance to have a week in between the end of volleyball, the beginning of basketball, where they can just rest. You know, you look at just teams in our region. You know, DLB has just been devastated with injuries this year, and a lot of those came during volleyball season. You know, during warm-ups or during play at least. You know, and the idea of you know, girls thinking they can't do both volleyball. You know, the losing numbers. You talk to some coaches around the area too that, you know, they're seeing numbers drop in girls basketball. So, you know, as far as a plan like this, you take a look at it, and it really doesn't affect. The only thing it really affects is when volleyball starts, because the volleyball state tournament's still going to be the same time. We're going to start a little, you know, a week later, but that really doesn't affect our season. We're still going to get our full 21 games in. We're still going to have the region tournament at the end of February. Our state tournament's still going to be the first weekend in March. It's just giving us a chance, giving those girls a chance to get rested and get ready to go again for basketball. So we're not just thrown right back into the fire. And you know, knock on wood, we haven't experienced any of that, injuries and stuff, but you know, teams have. And if there's some way that we can alleviate some of that pressure that those girls go on and the toll it takes on their bodies going from one sport right to the other without a whole lot of rest, I say I'm all for it, and I really hope the Activity Association kind of really takes this seriously and takes a look at it, because, again, it doesn't really affect start time and end time. I mean, everything is pretty much the same, so I really do hope the Activity Association kind of takes that to heart.
Okay, another percentage question for you. Sorry, I got one more. I got to know. What are the odds that we could get, you're a sharp-dressed guy. You are. On that sideline, you got the tie. I mean, that shirt is like, it looks like it's like dry clean. It's flat press iron. I mean, it's looking good. What are the odds we maybe get you to add a suit coat if you make the state tournament? Oh, could we maybe see a suit coat?
You know, it's funny. I do have a couple in the closet.
Okay.
You know, you know, whether or not they still fit, that might be the big question. I know our assistant coach Megan Johnson, who's notoriously known for having the outfit. She's always joking with me that she's going to get me in a sequence jacket of some kind. And I will say, that I do have the sequence tie ready to go for tomorrow night. So so those guys will, you know, it's nothing flashy, but you know, nothing like what Megan wears. But there would be a higher percentage. I would say if I can get one, you know, if I can find something that fits. Now, whether it's going to stay on for the entirety of the game, that's a different question. But I would put that up. I would put that probably in like a high 70s, low 80s.
Oh wow!
For that, so.
I'm gonna write that down.
70s, 80s is pretty high.
That's great. That's all I got, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Cory.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, guys.
And it's been so fun to watch your team this year. We truly love it at PSP, and best of luck in the championship.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, I've been blessed. I've been, you know, I said it in a post before our senior night when we recognized those 4 seniors that, you know, I'm humbled and I'm honored to just have a little piece, be a part of this program and the success that it's had, and it's totally due in large with the girls in the program. They're dedicated to it. They want to succeed. They're hungry. Today at practice, you know, they were focused and ready to go. I think you're gonna see a really good Royals team that shows up tomorrow night against Rugby.
Let's go.
Good
Can't
luck.
wait. Watch it right on PSP Plus. We'll be back with our closing comments. Stick with us after the break.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
We talk a lot about March Madness and how busy it is, but it's going to be extremely busy for us here on PSP Plus. Let's take a quick look at that schedule so everybody knows what we got going on the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Girls A3 tournament, Girls B3 tournament, and Girls B4 tournament. It's championship night, Bryce. That's some must-see TV. And then Friday, the boys kick us off. Coach Bosch, and the fellas. Boys D6 tournament, boys D7 tournament, and how about that D8 tournament? All that action starts at 3 p.m. Central Time, and then Saturday, girls hoops, 1 o'clock, and that's the big qualifier. So it's going to be that
Owen gets
home.
to go.
Yeah.
OP gets to go. I'm staying home.
Yeah.
I might take a personal day.
Rest of
there might be a Bryce personal day. I'm going to request the day off.
How about our guest today?
It's great. You start, with Brody Bosch and Issac Strandlien and Jack Passa, and just watch them. And last year was so special, and what they're trying to accomplish again.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know what that line was that Bosch said about the hungry lion being hungry climbing and not standing still. That's definitely not it. But I'm gonna watch it back, and I'm gonna get the line right, and I'm using that somewhere. I don't know where.
Well, let's get it mounted on the wall.
I know it has to do about a hungry lion climbing.
And standing at the top alone, yeah.
Yes.
It's a good one. They got Coach McCyver going for the region championship tomorrow.
Yeah, it's, Cory's he's been involved with PSP Network and stuff, and what he's accomplished in year one. I tell you, coming in as a head coach, it's a lot different than being an assistant. And, we had some conversations with him, after that first game, and he's like, whoa, to see where they are now, and they just, South Prairie Max is on, they're like freight train.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I just don't know how you score over 40 points against this team, and then, they're so good defensive. We talk about the points they put up, but the defensive side of the ball, Bishop Ryan too on the boys' side, they're so good.
You know what my favorite part about both those guys are? They're just so graceful.
I was gonna guess.
Oh yeah, but they're just so graceful, and they're just so humble. Let's be honest,
Correct.
They're very humble. I was talking to Cory right away, and he's like, Coach Brossard does a great job, and I'm sure Brody would say the same thing. And it's just it's refreshing to see that in the game of basketball.
Yeah, it is, and they're just great, and the interaction with their players, and Bosch was talking a little bit with Jack and Isaac over there, and yeah, man, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm going to be at the Odd with Owen. We're going to do the Kenmare opening game with Glenburn, and then we're going to do Tioga and Berthold LC. That's going to be great. You'll be at the Dome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me and Jonas Nelson. Jonas, the golden voice. Appreciate Jonas, and appreciate everybody that tuned in to PSP Primetime. The professor's saying, wrap it up, fellas. So we will wrap it up here tonight. He's exactly right. So thank you for joining us here on Primetime. Don't forget to check us out on PSP.network, where you can purchase all those PSP Plus plans, a whole wide variety. WDA is right around the corner. So appreciate you. For Dallas Hanson, Bryce GUTKNECHT, Owen Patterson, thank you. Good night.
Primetime on PSP Network is proudly brought to you by AE Construction Management. AE Construction Management and General Contracting. They build more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction in North Dakota. They build with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project safe and on time. Build better with AECM. Call Tim today at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com. Primetime is also brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure and Spas, etc. It is time to bring a spa to your home. Locations in Minot and Bismarck with a massive inventory and a next-level sales team. They can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. Primetime on PSP Network, brought to you by AE Construction Management, Magic City Home Leisure, and Spas, etc.